There should be some equipment by the Adra pillar.
We remember these walls. Yes, we have been here.
Well, here we are on the precipice of discovery. Armed and ready for mischief.
I'm 2 out of 3 anyway.
Before we get started, indulge me. What are you excited to learn about? We'll get to that and more, I promise. Now, I'm going to tap into the pillar's dormant energy and give it a good shake. In layman's terms, I'm chumming the water and daring the Dream Scourge to show its ugly face. This is no time for hesitation. All right. Drawing on the energy of the phantasmal focus, I'll start with a low-frequency ethereal vibration. I've got nothing. You?
Like I could go for some pie.
Shit. All right, adjusting the frequency. The focus is warming up. I hope that's a good sign. Let me know if you feel something. Who knows how your godlike nature will react to this. Brace yourself. We're going to pin this bastard down.
Are you sure about this?
Don't worry, I'm a professional. Now, here goes nothing.
Souls in a circle, a whirlpool. We twine, we twine.
Hey, I think I got something. The focus twitched, like a fishing rod. Is that a door? Not the result I was looking for, but a result nonetheless. Hold on to that feeling. We might need it again. Right before the door opened, I detected something in the Adra. I was right. The Dream Scourge has a point of origin. We can study the affliction from here, but I don't know that we can stop it. Oh dear. How do I explain? Imagine tossing a pebble and hoping it flattens a blade of grass on the other side of the world. That's what you're asking, and it won't work. If we want to stop the Dream Scourge, we still need to learn more about the source of the affliction. I hate to say it, but we'll get better results at the base of the pillar, where the energies are more potent. Naturally. After you.
We gotta see what's down there now.
Gods! Did you open that door? I've been praying here for ages. And in all that time, I've never found a way down to the lower levels. Not one. Who are you, stranger? Then I hope you find answers, and not merely more questions. When you're finished, maybe you could help a servant of the gods? In which case, I'd be honored to settle your debt with a good deed. While I was at prayer, a bandit held a knife to my throat and stole the reliquary of Saint Wydwin. Just look at me. Gods, I'm still shaking. He fled west into the wilderness. There's nothing there but a Delimgan glade. If you find him, please, no more bloodshed. Vengeance will not make this right. Most of my faithful brethren became acolytes of Berith, but she is not the only god who embodies the cycle of life. This is where souls return to the living lands. Can't you feel it? This is a place of power. Stay a while. Perhaps it will speak to you. May the light shine on you. May it shine on the thief as well. I will try to understand his motives.
This doesn't sound like any of the grave robbers I know. Not that I know any grave robbers.
A saint's relic. Where would you even fence something like that?
I did not bring us here to explore. Clearly, something wants to be found.
Does this feel like the start of a cautionary campfire tale to anyone else?
I wonder, did you open the door? Or did the door open for you? Incredible. These ruins are untouched. We are the first to disturb them. When was the last time anyone walked these passages? It must have been centuries. No, millennia. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk more once we reach the bottom.
Is that all you got?
Couldn't have done it better. Good shooting, Kai. I can start that journey. Just say the word. Watch your head. There's a trap right above it.
One for us.
Beautiful. Life into death. To think it survived all these years.
It's surprisingly colorful. Not sure what I expected.
We've seen godless architecture before. I've never seen godless art until now. Just imagine how much has been lost. We should keep moving. I would not go swimming if I were you. Unless you wish to meet the Maker. There must be a way across. If not underwater, perhaps over it. With the help of some ice. What in the name of Eora is that?
You, think it's sleeping?
I've never seen anything like it before. I don't believe it's a statue. No. We're going to die down here, aren't we? Well, we could run. Looks like quite a party. Let's break it up. How did they even get down here? The other things must have their own security.
Ready to make an exit.
There are any monsters left? Show yourselves. Some of us have work to do. I guess that means the coast is clear. Let's have a look at the Adra pillar.
Hear us through the Adra. Find us.
We've backed the Dream Scourge into a corner. I say we pin it down here and now, before it wriggles away from us. You're in good hands, trust me. The last time we tried this, you felt something, yes? Maybe it had to do with your godlike nature. Try making contact with the Adra this time. It could only help. The effect should be stronger than before. Brace yourself.
You are here. You who bring us kind words and soothing thoughts, we welcome you. The mourners are gone now. Only the memories remain. Lonely, yes. None have asked after us in so long. We open to you as a bud before the sun. We once belonged to the green and the wild. A people lived there once. They loved us as we loved them. They brought their dead to us. We used to dip our fingers, wade in the confluence of souls. We are the heart in the soil, the lungs. We dream, the land stirs. We become. They brought their prayers to us. We answered. Our people died. Their books were burned. No one was left to speak our name. But we remember an age of connection and wholeness. Our eyes opened. We were the earth, the sky, many into a whole. We touched the mountains and they molded to our fingerprints. The Akita twined around us. They sang in awe of what we made. They called us the Gardener, Steward of Life. Sapadal. Our spark found you when you dreamed in the womb. Godlike, they said. But we have felt in you the seed of connection. We have sought you, called to you. And you reached back. We have not known the joy of companionship in so long. No, we do desire our freedom, yes, but we also wish to know you. Can two shoots not spring from the same seed? Find us, free us. The rot that festers seeps into us as well. Our cage is far from here, buried in the garden, beyond the poison sea. Would that we knew. Our jailers gave us no explanation. But perhaps the ancients who were beloved to us, perhaps they can quiet the questions in your mind. Go to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. We will try to explain. Those who cherish us, the chosen of the Akita, wait there. They will show you the way to the garden, to our prison. We will cleanse this rot with you once our hands are unbound. Find us in the garden. We twine, we await. First, let us offer you a sliver of our power, a boon to help you survive and find us. You rejected us once before. Let us lend our shade and strength, for your sake and ours. We offer you gifts any would covet, and you search them for rot? You are our kin, the seed of our soul. We would see you avoid our fate. We would see you survive. Will you accept it? Take it with our blessing. Now hurry to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. Bind us. Free us.
You're awake. Finally. We really pushed the phantasmal focus to its limits.
You were out a long time. We gotta start bringing pillows.
For a second there, I thought... Actually, never mind what I thought. Something like that. While you were out, I got some clear readings of the Dream Scourge. I've tracked its origin to the center of the living lands. Somewhere deep in the untouched wilderness. You've heard of it. Fascinating. Maybe someone knows about this garden of yours. If we find the garden, we can cut off the Dream Scourge at its source. I hesitate to bring it up, but you were muttering while you were out. Had quite a lot to say. Whatever you were communing with, it had a spiritual energy I've encountered before, though only in traces. It must be connected to the Dream Scourge. Perhaps they share a similar origin. Yes, Sapadal. Who are they? What are they to you? Excuse me? Sapadal is a god? But that's impossible. How could we have missed this? A trapped god. Trapped. And you spoke to them through the Adra. Maybe that tells us something. Perhaps the bars of their prison would be forged of essence, not iron. We've long theorized that all Adra is connected, but that changed when Animancers came to the Living Lands. The Adra here is severed from the rest of Eora, connected only to itself, or so we believe. If Sapadal speaks and works through Adra, then the Living Lands is their prison, their tomb. You could be right, but we have no way of knowing for certain. Not yet, anyway. We know the Dream Scourge is coming from this garden of yours. Maybe Sapadal can help us fight it. Indeed. That will be for you to judge. The real question is, where do I start? Doesn't ring a bell, but maybe someone's heard of it before. We'll find the source of the Dream Scourge in the garden, but we have to find the garden first.
Then that's where we start.
Let's return to Fior Iverno. Banished or not, maybe I can squeeze a few answers out of my colleagues. Gods, I don't know. The farms, the community, my research, they all depend on Animancy. But the Dream Scourge is the end of Animancy. The end of the Living Lands as we know it. We should leave this place and its memories. There's nothing more for us here.
Finding a secret entrance and discovering a new god. Not bad for a day's work.
Wait. We smell the musk of war. We hear the clash of steel. We were sure they came. Was it the past?
I lost you for a second there. Something the matter? I don't like the sound of that. Let's go. You take the lead.
Come on. There's a way up those stairs.
All right. Let's return to Fior Iverno. I need to go over my notes.
Right behind you. There is such a thing as learning too much. The mortal mind can only take so many revelations at a time. What we... Oh my god. No! Andra's deaths. This was no accident.
What happened? Who did this? The city's under attack. Come, there isn't a moment to waste. Just hope Quilichi is all right.
Something's burning. Doesn't look like the city, but let's make sure no one's hurt.
I can't believe this. All things considered, Fior Iverno looks undamaged. Surprising when you consider the state of our defenses. Whoever started this fight didn't come prepared to finish it. I'd be happy to oblige them. Someone made a dangerous enemy today.
We'll fight them with you, Giatta.
They break, they bind us.
I hope everyone is all right. My people settled these lands in the name of freedom. It took 50 years, but our oppressors caught up to us. I hate living in interesting times.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Again and again they strike.
Hey kid, let's set out. We've tarried long enough. Good news, envoy.
There's the city. Thank goodness. It's good.
Envoy! Oh. I see you avoided the carnage. A few of your countrymen, well, let's say they didn't know any better.
You may have beaten us today, but it's only a matter of time before Emerald Stair bends the knee.
Shut up already! Since the two of you are kin, I thought maybe you could help squeeze some information out of him. Good point. I'll just bring the masked warlord who answers to no one in for questioning. That isn't going to happen. We caught this one alive, so any justice we mete out will be on his head. What we know is this. The Steel Garrote marched on Emerald Stair. We're pretty sure they wanted to set us to the torch.
And you taught them the error of their ways. Well done.
Just doing my job, same as you. What I don't understand is why they came unprepared. Few soldiers, and even fewer supplies. If the Steel Garrote wanted to start a fire, they sure didn't pack a lot of firepower.
That was you?
Well, that's one question down. I'm sure the Governor will want to thank you himself. As for our friend here...
It doesn't matter what you do to me. The living lands will be brought to heel.
Now listen, I am a patient man. But if you don't give us some answers, the envoy here is going to rip you in half. Nice touch. I'm not looking forward to cleaning up the mess, so you can help me by telling us what we want to know.
Your threats are wasted, Kerr. I have nothing to hide. Inquisitor Ludwig gave the order to march on Fior Iverno. Emerald stares on the precipice of disaster. Crops have failed, the townsfolk are defiant, and it's only gotten worse.
I fail to see how attacking my city helps the situation.
The coast is the only habitable corner in the living lands. We can unite as one people, or let the wilderness take us. What choice do we have? Tradition led this place to its doom. Better that it burn, and the people start again.
That is, without a doubt, the worst justification for a war crime that I have ever heard.
Speaking from experience, people don't usually unite as one after you've attacked their home.
Ludwig tried to hasten the inevitable. Nothing more.
Ah, now that is what I call a thorough confession. What do you want to do with him? As an Adran, I trust you know how to handle it by the book.
Violence is the language of the Steel Garrote. Nothing less will get through to them.
I say throw back the little ones if they're not in a position to do more harm. Besides, he's probably more scared of what'll happen if you don't kill him.
Your call, Envoy. I will see to it myself. Too bad the road to Paradise is in bad shape. Our wagon might hit a bump or two.
As much as I want to rip his soul apart, maybe he's more useful to us alive.
But you can't send me back to Ludwig. Don't you know what she does to people who fail her?
I can't wait to find out. See you around, Envoy. Thanks again.
A fate worse than death, perhaps. But fate nonetheless.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
The attack failed. But we won't forget what happened here.
You did right by us. Thank you, Envoy.
Envoy, I owe you my gratitude, and perhaps an apology. They tell me you're the reason our city is standing. You took care of the Steel Garrote before they could cause any serious damage.
You listened to your instincts, and they were right. No doubt your Inquisitor is aware of what happened here. You've made a powerful enemy.
The Inquisitor is not one to be trifled with. I hope you are not punished for your generosity. As for us, we're still standing, but our enemies have little patience for failure.
We agree on one thing. The Steel Garrote have declared war on the living lands.
That isn't their choice to make.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradise. Today marks a notable victory, but we've only bought ourselves time, not salvation. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch, and I wasn't strong enough to bear it. You must understand. My mother is the Dream Scourge. I hoped against reason that she might recover, but her mind grew as blighted as our lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting she was truly gone. I'm so sorry, Giatta.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to to make this right. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it.
You want me to do the talking? Very well. The evidence is clear. The Living Lands is on the edge of an ecological disaster, both physically and spiritually. We may know the origin of the Dream Scourge. Now for the bad news. Its nature. We are powerless to stop it.
But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Quilici, tell him it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
You truly think you can find a god? I said I'd keep an open mind, but this is a bit much.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now... what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
But we can return someday. Rebuild your father's legacy. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradise.
This is madness. It's suicide.
Wrong. It's self-preservation. And my father would have agreed. As long as we are Animancers, the adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice Animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under Adiran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations. That's where I'd make my stand.
We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as Animancers and as fellow expatriates.
I have my misgivings, but you helped my father leave the Republics. I trust you to help us again. What of you, Envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the foremost Akitan scholar in the Living Lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Ah, right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Naku, which is in Shatterscarp. So we've got to get there now. Though the city was saved, my research wasn't, which means the Steel Garrote knows just as much as we do. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Ugh, what a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman. Oh, a gentleman never tells. She's a feisty one. Almost makes me feel young again.
I am officially putting a stop to this line of questioning. Keep it in the bedroom. For what it's worth, I vouch for Yardsley. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers. I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, envoy.
Exploring the living lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
Back to Shatterscarp, then.
At least the city is standing.
It's clear to me now. There is a threat in the living lands. But it is far greater than the Dream Scourge. You came to us for help, but you repaid it tenfold. I don't know how to repay you for thwarting the attack.
What? You'd do this for me? Really?
If I extended the offer, would you come back to us?
I don't know. Not until my business with the envoy is concluded. And some things would have to change around here.
Understood. So be it. If Giatta is willing to return, then I will allow it. Of course, the final decision is hers, and hers alone. Now, I'm sure you have other matters to attend to in the living land, but let me know if you need anything else. You what? It's been so long since I gave up hope. In his final days, he was fond of going out into the wilderness, and increasingly less fond of returning. Mother seemed to understand, but I never did. That was Father. When he looked at you, he saw your potential, everything you could be, and none of the flaws. Maybe I'll visit him one day, when I find my courage. At least now I can. You could have left me wondering, but you didn't. Thank you, Godlike. From the bottom of my heart.
Ignacy, I'm sorry. Are you going to be all right?
I'll be fine, Giatta. You don't have to worry about me.
I'm not, but, you know, force of habit. Our families used to be close. We have history that's older than our disagreements.
And we've helped each other in grief. At least the worst of mine is behind me. Thank you both again. Damn. I assumed they had inside help, but to think it came from one of our own rangers. Tell me, what's your interest in this matter? If she convinced an Adiran envoy to unmask an Adiran spy, clearly I'm not paying her enough. I appreciate the warning. If more Adirans were like you, maybe we wouldn't have to worry about the Steel Garrote. Envoy.
I saw the Steel Garrote chasing him down.
He's fine. Shaken. Terrified. But fine.
Thanks.
I only carry the freshest herbs, mind you, plucked from the best sources.
Welcome back. Care to take a look around?
Your reputation is well deserved.
Envoy, it's clear that no matter what happened, these people couldn't stay in Fior. Just not sure you did the right thing. These people won't survive long in a place like Thirdborn. I suppose that's true. Still think they'll need help. At least they can do their Animancy out there. I assume that's some comfort to them. Right, changing the subject. Fine. You've been patient enough, I suppose. Right. Solace isn't an easy place to live. The food is stale and meager. The water tastes like steel and old meat. Everyone knows everyone else. No privacy, no silence, no time to yourself. You understand. Good. Solace is a walled keep in the harshest region of the lands. Isolated is an understatement. Honestly, all of that was fine. But there was a peculiar kind of silence I didn't love. Nimdut, I was being dramatic. I have only the faintest memories of my parents, which was fine. I had friends and mentors and trainers and elders. When I asked about my real parents, though, they just told me I was safe now, and that the Wardens were my family. I never knew if my parents were alive or dead. I like to assume that they had died fighting some giant monster in the Tusks, but no one would say. When I asked for more, they changed the subject, like I wasn't worthy of a backstory. Where else would I be from? I'm sure as Sokka, not from Adir. I'm from Solace, for whatever that's worth. My oldest memories are of Solace. My oldest friend is from there. Maybe, maybe not. I've learned to stop worrying about it. Right. I'm sure you'll find it absolutely gripping. Go ahead. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. As you know, Kai and I have worked together in the past. It's a blessed miracle he never got me killed. Honestly, he's a good guy. A bit too quick to ask questions for my taste, but... Kai's good enough. Tell him I said that I'll cut a hole in your water skins. Thanks for talking.
I knew the Steel Garrote were up to no good.
No one ever plans anything nice in a hidden war camp, do they?
This isn't over, you know. Emerald Stair was just the beginning.
Ominous portents of doom. Need more of those for sure.
We should talk. What happened to Fior Miss Iverno could have been worse. A lot worse. But that doesn't mean the living land is safe. If anything, it's more dangerous by far. The Steel Garrote are just a symptom. I keep asking myself, how could I have missed this? How could I not have known an attack was coming? We were all so occupied with the Dream Scourge, we missed the enemy on our doorstep. No matter where Animancers go, someone is always trying to kill us. Nothing enrages the gods more than mortals in pursuit of knowledge. I can't blame you for growing up with a head full of Adiran propaganda, but it's time to form your own opinions. Listen to me. A failed Animancer lashing out at everything in reach. Even with all the tools at my disposal, I couldn't stop the Dream Scourge. And I couldn't save my people. How do I live up to my family's example when I can't even help myself? I wish I could. But that legacy is a debt I can never pay off. My parents died pursuing a better future for Animancers. I can't let their sacrifice be for nothing. And right now, that's all it is. I have some pondering to do. Let me know if there's anything else. Sending my people to Thirdborn. It's a good arrangement. They get a roof over their heads, the city gets Animancers, and everyone gets along. The free settlements have enough cultural and ideological differences that we don't always see eye to eye. But when it comes to survival, there is no disagreement. We're in this together. Look, I know you didn't come to this island to help us. And yet you were here when others would have looked away. Despite everything that happened, it means a lot. For me? I don't know what to say except thank you again. From the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of my kin. Well, onward to better things. If you need anything, you know where to find me. What are you so curious about? I've spilled all the gossip I know. Ask me again when there's a new face in camp. Yes, and now I have to decide for myself if that's something I want. When he told me to leave, I was heartbroken, but also excited. Some animancers thrive in a structured environment. It's never been my way. Or maybe I never learned to live within its limitations. Who knows? Thank you for speaking to Ignacy on my behalf. Well, my future is in shambles, and I have no idea what to do next. Oh, and my home is under attack by the acolytes of an insane witch god. Apart from that, fine. Truthfully, I'm a bit lost. Leaving Fior Iverno was supposed to be liberating. We've seen and done incredible things, but I'm no closer to finishing my family's work. Only the good ones. Through Animancy, I can harness the wild essence of the living lands and put it to good use. But what if I tried, only to have it lash out and destroy me? I'd be no better off than my parents. The Dream Scourge is infecting our Adra, holding back my work. Until I understand it, until I can control it, I can't do anything. I'm useless. I'm nothing. I hope you're right. I really do. Quilici always told me to slow down, to stop and appreciate the land I'm trying so hard to fix. But how can I slow down when I only have one lifetime to get this right? I'll find answers in the garden. For better or worse. You know me. Always ready with an answer. Let me think. Sorry to disappoint you, but I haven't heard anything new of late. Being an outcast means being out of the loop. What do you want to know? I've spilled all the gossip I know. Until next time. I hope Thirdborn is a good community for my people. They've been through a lot.
Thirdborn's a rough town, but it's not all bad, assuming they're willing to pull their weight.
Animancers can be an eccentric bunch, but we know the meaning of a good day's work.
Envoy? Gods, I can't believe what's happening around here. Fior was attacked when we weren't looking. It's a miracle it's still there. Right. I guess we did. Wish we could have done more. At least that's one more town the Steel Garrote failed to burn to the ground. That's something. Right. Changing the subject? Right. I'm sure you'll find it absolutely gripping. Go ahead. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. As you know, Kai and I have worked together in the past. It's a blessed miracle he never got me killed. Honestly, he's a good guy. A bit too quick to ask questions for my taste, but... Kai's good enough. Tell him I said that I'll cut a hole in your water skins. Ask away. Right. Changing the subject? Right. I'm sure you'll find it absolutely gripping. Go ahead. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Right. Figured as much. Pleasant dreams.
Kai.
You've killed people before.
Good evening to you, too. And, yeah.
Have you ever been haunted by one of them?
Well, the first has always stayed with me. This was in Deadfire. We were boarded by valiant privateers in the dead of night. One moment, I'm asleep, and the next, I'm staring down the barrel of a pistol. It misfired, and I ran him through before he could try again. But I'll never forget the look in his eyes as the light faded out of them. Is that what you wanted to know?
Oh dear, not exactly. When I said haunted, I meant, have you ever seen a ghost before?
Once, at sea, I heard moaning coming from the ship's lazarette. Never went down there again.
Noted, thank you. Do you need to talk about, you know, the dead privateer? Because I have time.
I think I just need a drink.
I was wondering, what do souls feel like?
Forgive me, but could you elaborate?
I mean, do you touch them when you're doing Animancy? Are they hot or cold? Is it like a cloud or like a beam of light?
Well, it feels a bit like being watched. Like there's an unseen presence in the laboratory with you. That's why many Animancers prefer to work in groups. To be in the presence of the living.
I think that makes sense.
Normally this is nothing to worry about. Unless the presence follows you home. Then you know you've angered the dead.
Right. I think I'll just stick with hunting bears for now.
You're mine now! Tyson!
Couldn't have done it better.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
traveler. Greetings and well met. I hope the roads have been treating you well. If you're in need of a restock, you've come to the right place. Luckily, those steel garrote soldiers at the gate haven't bothered me yet. I'm just hoping not to draw their attention. Aye, they killed those poor rangers and have just been waiting there. Not a fan, I take it? Well, you're certainly not alone in that, friend. Anyway, it's not my business to interfere in. I've seen nothing and just wish to be on my way. Oh, just taking a bit of a breather before I continue. I'd much rather rest a bit here than in Shatterscarp. I've heard the desert can be brutal. Not much, unfortunately. There's a settlement in the region. Thirdborn, I believe it's called. Hardy folks. Otherwise, you can expect blazing sands and, if the rumors are true, dream thralls. Poor bastards. If it wasn't the only way to Solace Keep, I'd be avoiding the place like the... well, like the Dream Scourge.
A moment of your time, if you please. From one Adiran to another. What a colorful grasp of language you have. You interfered in our plans. Take it from me, Inquisitor Ludwig isn't at all pleased. That's exactly why I've come to make amends.
You lost the fight for Emerald Stair, and now you ask for peace? Don't make me laugh.
Hear me out. That's all I ask. Believe it or not, the Steel Garrote owe you an apology on behalf of Inquisitor Ludwig.
Bring us her severed head, and I'll consider it.
That temperament of yours is exactly the problem she's trying to solve. Our soldiers were poised to attack Fior Iverno. If you had been made aware, you would not have interfered. Maybe I can convince you otherwise. You might not want to admit it, but Fior Iverno is a settlement in decline. Weak government, chaotic farming, dangerous research. What exactly do you think you saved?
My home, which you have no right to condemn.
You've done nothing but condemn it. Shouting matches with the governor, open defiance.
I fight for my home because I cherish it, you shit-eating worm. Because I want us to survive.
Then I hope you enjoy the consequences of your actions. Fior Iverno's reliance on animancy and stubborn individualism has done nothing but drag the living lands down with them. Do you care about the stability of the island? Then judge it harshly. Look, I'm only telling you this because you deserve to know Ludwig's intentions for the living lands. If Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living lands, then the Steel Garrote will simply take it from him. You see, the Steel Garrote answer to the Burned Queen, not your floundering empire. And we will break from Adra if that's what it takes. And while he frets in the throne room, his puppy dog soldiers will chase their own tails. Inquisitor Ludwig sees something in you, Envoy. She wants to cultivate your potential, as she did mine. You don't want to get between her and the fate of the living land, so let this serve as a warning. Our grasp on this island is going to tighten, even if it costs us allies along the way. Acceptable losses. What you do with this information is up to you, but don't get in our way a second time. It won't end well. Feel free to prove us wrong. The Steel Garrote love a challenge. Before I let you go, a little bird sang in my ear that you're going to Shatterscarp.
Word travels fast.
Of course, that would have been impossible with these meddlesome rangers in the way.
You didn't.
I took the liberty of removing them. It's a shame, really. Honorable folk to the last. That's a matter of perspective. Ludwig is keeping her dark impulses in check. It could have been far, far messier. When you arrive in Shatterscarp, give this letter to Temerity. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. Let's hope our next meeting is under more favorable circumstances. You know, there's a depraved part of me that was hoping you'd make this interesting.
Let's make this a battle to remember.
Sorry it'll be over so quickly then.
We've got company!
Over here!
Anna! Here! See Anna!
On your right! For you!
Behind you! Never had a chance.
Hold on.
Face it!
That was a close one. You came to Emerald Stair looking for answers. And now we're leaving with more questions. How do we fight the Dream Scourge? What can we do about Sapadal? And where is the garden? Not to mention why the Steel Garrote attacked my fucking home. Who cares what she believes? What right have the dead to judge the living? We were lucky this time. My people will be on high alert, but that doesn't mean we're safe. The Steel Garrote are hunting anyone who doesn't conform to their vision of the living lands. Our freedom is on the line.
So on top of the Dream Scourge rotting your fields and turning kith and beast alike into monsters, now we've got a Death Guard Inquisitor and the Steel Garrote dogging our steps. Do you think Ludwig will try something similar in Thirdborn? Thirdborn's a rugged place that attracts rugged people. Lots of Rawatayans, scramble routes with no prospects back home, washouts from military or mercenary life, sailors in search of steady ground. Add to that a motley assortment of pirates, free spirits, and people who like living under the loosest grasp of the law, and you've got Thirdborn. But rumor has it something's amiss in Shatterscarp. Strange dreams, disappearances, people wandering into the desert and never returning, or coming back. That's what I'm afraid of.
At least that tells us we're on the right track. This Dream Scourge is one of the weirdest things I've ever tried to hunt. Town full of survivors. Anyone who decides to stake out a life in Shatterscarp isn't someone you want to mess with. Good enough people, though. And generally less likely to rob you or bore you to sleep than other places we've been.
Everything we learned in Naku Tedek points us to the garden. Thirdborn is just a stepping stone. But we don't know anything about the garden. It could be a myth or a metaphor. Whatever the garden is or isn't, it's our only lead. We find the garden, we find the Dream Scourge.
Searching everywhere that isn't the garden is gonna take a while. We don't have that kind of time.
Yatsli is a master of the unknown and the unknowable. No mystery eludes her for long. If there is a path to the garden, Yatsli can lead us to it. I'd follow her anywhere.
Or maybe that god poking around your soul could give us directions.
Ask for directions. Why didn't I think of that? Kai, that's brilliant. Whatever Sapadal tells us will be filtered through a lot of metaphysical noise, but it couldn't hurt to try. This is so exciting. Sapadal? It's Giatta. Giatta Castel. If you're listening, could you please tell us more about the garden?
Castel. Castel. Why does this name sing to us? A voice through murky water. The garden stifles the notes. We cannot reach. The branches bind.
Did you get anything? What? No. They must have confused me with someone else. Clearly your link to Sapadal isn't as strong as it was in Naku Tedek. But I'll take it over nothing.
I'll pass. I've heard too many ghost stories that start this way.
Right. If I wanted to waste time, that's what I carry a flute for.
Just me then? Really? No one else has a question for the god of the living lands? Fascinating.
So let me see if I got this straight. We're looking for the garden, which might not exist. Our best lead is Yatsli, an eccentric scholar who's gone ahead to Thirdborn, where the Dream Scourge may be ravaging.
Don't look at me. I was fine going back to Paradise. Stop. You're aggravating my ulcer.
Listen, I hate to ask this, but while we're in Shatterscarp, there's something I need to do. Something I owe Tama. There's an old battlefield near some Pogrunan ruins. Area called the Shark's Teeth. Tama lost his badge there. I need to get it. Not a bit. For all I know, it's long gone anyway.
Better to keep moving forward, Kai. What's lost is lost.
Get some rest. Sleep is good for the soul. I wanted to say, for all of its imperfections, Fior Iverno deserves a second chance. Thanks to you, it has one. I won't forget it. No need to question it anymore. They've made their intentions clear. Just to be safe, we should remain vigilant. Sleep in shifts. Look after each other. Rest while you can. Our enemies are organized, but so are we.
Let's get some rest. We have a long day ahead of us. Right. Give me a minute. There's a lot going on right now. Maybe a little. Growing up, I heard stories of a garden in the center of the living lands. I thought they were just stories. No one living had ever gone there. We were just supposed to protect it. No idea. The sea of acid surrounding it seems like a lot of protection to me. Nandru's the only one who went to the garden and made it back. Which is interesting because you kind of look like him. You have the same kind of face things from what I've seen. You know, the fungus stuff. Well, yeah, at first. There's been a lot more reasons to do that since then. There's a resemblance, sure, but no one alive has ever seen Nandru other than a few statues and descriptions and legends. And we're talking about oral legends, passed down for centuries. Who knows what's true and what's dramatic license? I guess. I wouldn't put too much faith in it. There's just a lot of stuff from the old times that isn't as true as we think it is. A lot changes here over centuries. Like the garden. Even if someone knew how to get there, they knew it hundreds of years ago. Who knows if the garden even exists anymore? No, I'm not. Frankly, I think this might be a waste of your time. Look, this gods and magic stuff isn't my expertise. Come find me when you need an antivenom for a windsnake bite. I need to get some rest before I get all worked up. Grab me when you're ready to go.
You were with the envoy when they died. Did you notice anything strange?
Strange how? Besides the part where he came back, I mean.
Disembodied voices, otherworldly visions, anything like that.
Nope. Just lots of blood and lots of shouting.
I'm trying to research near-death experiences. And as usual, I have to do everything myself.
I'm sorry, what madness are we planning now?
Don't worry. Hypothetically, anything I do will be in a lab environment with plenty of supervision.
Just remember to make good with your gods before you do.
Good thinking. I wouldn't want to meet the gods unprepared. You have something on your mind, and I want to hear all about it. I'm afraid not. I've spent a little time in Dawnshore, but this place is a mystery to me. It's good to be somewhere different. Somewhere I can build new memories. Whenever I'm reminded of how big this island really is, it makes my problems feel smaller. If I must.
Hey, I wanted to talk to you about what happened in Emerald Stair. I know your Emperor sent you here to represent Adra. With the Steel Garrote trying to raise Fior has gotta make things harder for you. Sure, but you couldn't have expected this. The cruelty behind the Steel Garrote's plans. It's hard to reconcile that with the place you've called home. I just wanted to know how you're feeling about all this. Yeah, I told you about my time fighting under Rauatai's flag in the Deadfire. Seeing what we did there, what we allowed. I felt like the home I knew was changing, bit by bit, or maybe I was. Enough about me, though. I want to know about you. You'd think this island's big enough, wouldn't you? Anyway, I just want to check in with you. This may be your burden, but you don't have to carry it alone. What's on your mind? A marker of his service to Thirdborn's defense, and something that helps his comrades identify his remains, if needed.
You always hope it won't come to that.
You hope it won't, but you know it might. It's an old Rauataian naval tradition that Thirdborn's kept alive, and another debt I owe him. Where to start? It's a huge desert full of sandy wastes, canyons, and highlands. On a clear day, you can stand at one of the overlooks to gaze straight across the great sand sea and see no end to the dunes. Rauatai didn't have much of that, so I guess I'm used to it. But Shatterscarp may surprise you. It's dangerous and stark. A lot like Rauatai, but in a different way. Sandstorms instead of typhoons. Guess that's part of what I liked about it. Familiar, but different. The story goes that a lot of the first arrivals were Rauataians without other prospects. Too low on the ladder to take over the family trade, too poor to learn another. Exactly. Rauatai's an inhospitable environment, to say the least, so my people have a proud tradition of seeking our fortunes elsewhere. Rauatai's got a big navy that always needs fresh blood, and there are plenty of opportunities for large, colorful mercenaries and bodyguards all over Eora. Of course not. We've also got poets, artisans, scholars, traders, you name it, just like anywhere else. But they're not the ones who built Thirdborn. It started as a convenient harbor for pirates and mercs to lie low. Bold, or desperate, fishing crews from Rauatai would follow seasonal catches out here. Over time, those early arrivals built huts, a proper harbor, and walls to protect them from all the hungry things in the desert. Well, that brought in a steady trickle of veterans, ruffians, trophy hunters, and rugged eccentrics. People looking for fresh adventure, or running from the consequences of their old ones. Bit of both, I guess. Night, envoy.
Are you seeing anyone nice? Romantically, I mean.
Right. I knew this would come up eventually.
I only bring it up because romance is good for the soul.
So is finding a good pile of deer saka on a hunt. But I'm not advising you to go looking for it.
Under the right conditions, you can even measure the energy of a romantic tryst. Isn't that fascinating?
To you? Sure.
Oh well. Let me know if you change your mind. I know a lot of shy academics in need of an experienced guide.
I'll let you know.
We smell death here.
Listen to me. Look here. Can you focus on my voice? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm just dizzy.
You hear that crying? Pathetic.
That last fight gouged a hole through our ranks. How many did you lose?
Too many. Not even counting the ones we had to put down because they turned into dream thralls.
I had to put down 3 good men myself. Telling their family. That was worse.
Don't talk to me like you're the only one who understands hardship. I'm going to be facing down a mutiny soon.
You think we want to be here? Think again.
So leave. I can't wait to see the last of you and your people.
And go where? Nothing but death waiting out there. Better we die with honor.
Another Adiran, Kutabao.
Hold on. This isn't one of mine. Or Ludwig's. You must be the envoy Hilgard told me about.
Well, you picked a damn fine time to show up.
It was a bloodbath. Dream Thralls ambushed us an hour ago. We're still counting the dead.
Our dead, to be precise.
We lost soldiers too, protecting your people.
Yes, how heroic. Protecting Kith from Adiran Dream Thralls.
Unfortunately, yes. As far as we've been able to determine by our scouts.
In all their military might, your Adiran comrades decided to go wandering through the desert, despite my advice. And now we're all paying for their idiocy. Thirdborners and Adirans alike.
We've since pulled back to Eagle's Reach until more reinforcements arrive to contain the Dream Thralls. Whatever your intentions here, Envoy, it's not worth it. Better to go back to Paradise, where it's safe.
I doubt you're particularly needed in Thirdborn, of all places.
Gods, a letter from Inquisitor Ludwig. That can't be good.
Kutabao. If that bitch thinks she can threaten our leader, she'll be sorely mistaken. I hope you're right, Envoy. Else we'll all be in a load of shit.
Something's off. The Thirdborn I remember had more backbone than this.
Look, Envoy. Kith aren't too keen on adherents at the moment. Rumor of what happened in Fior is already starting to spread. Just watch your back, all right?
Good luck, Envoy. Gods protect you.
I don't recognize Rutaska, but I know Thirdborn, and it used to be made of sterner stuff.
Another soul lost. What a waste.
You need something?
Dad. Welcome to the shit, Envoy. Sorry for the mess, but it can't be helped. Not when a fucking horde of dream thralls screams up the path. At least they're not coming out of the fucking rock like they did in the mines. Oh, dream thrall spiders.
Nothing is spared this plague. Neither the land, nor the creatures who inhabit it.
Aye, a living nightmare. They swarmed just like that. These dream scourge people don't eat their kill. The powers that be decided we'd help Thirdborn reopen an old, abandoned sulfur mine. Help arm Thirdborn against the dream scourge, you see. Make friends. But it's not my place to talk about any of it. If it please you, sounds like they need all the help they can get.
Normally, spiders are beneficial to an ecosystem. But there's nothing normal about this.
Yeah, at least the shack stopped smouldering. Now any of our people sit there by their own will. Don't know.
Fools.
Well, we warned them not to set the goddamn desert. Sure.
Whew. I don't envy your having to go out there. Not a bit.
What have we gotten ourselves into? Gods, the stench!
Never. We have everything we need in Adir. What are we doing here?
Move along, Envoy.
God, I hate this posting.
The bodies just keep stacking up.
Please! Help us! We need help!
Darren! Please! We need help!
Our parents,
We were out finding food, but when we came back, they'd changed.
They attacked us! Tried to rip us apart!
Did you say your parents changed? Oh no.
We locked them inside the house, but we don't know what to do.
You'll be taken care of, I promise. Just don't look back.
They're going to kill them!
Shh. It'll be okay, Tamamu. They're in our home by the cliff face.
No, no. Mother. Father.
Please. Try to make it fast. And let us know when it's over. We'll need to do the last rites.
The
let us know when it's over. Gods, what a thing to say about one's family. Forgive me. I keep thinking of home.
Eyes sharp. Dream thralls ahead.
He disturbs us!
We see!
Women
It's in the garden!
Here we go!
Must have been stragglers from Eagle's Reach. They weren't ready for this.
Who's next? Anyone?
Stay sharp. Dream. Hard to believe it's been 6 years since I saw this place.
Swarms, devour!
Worse than raw!
Some of them are still wearing Thirdborn homespun or Adira armor.
How long must the living land suffer? I don't leave Emerald Stair often enough. With everything going on, there's been no time to explore. Finally, I had a moment to myself, and look what happened. The Steel Garrote invaded the living lands. Sorry. I'm in a mood, if you couldn't tell. Only if you can stand the ramblings of a depressed bookworm. I used to think I had it all figured out. But the living lands proved me wrong in so many ways. This entire island is the prison of a mad god. How is one Animancer supposed to compete with that? Except that time is running out. Maybe I'm being melodramatic, or maybe I'm not used to seeing things clearly. But what if Animancy has no future in the living lands? What if my entire career was a mistake? What can I say? You caught me at a difficult moment. You're a good listener as always, but I've taken enough of your time. I'll be fine, really. I'm not the first Animancer to question her life choices. And you know me, always ready with an answer. You want to talk? Let's talk.
This place was bad enough before the Dream Scourge. Now it's downright hazardous. No, but, I'm not the only one out here, am I? I have a whole party of Nimdutin to keep from getting themselves killed. This used to be a fertile land, with lakes, forests, all that. Then everything suddenly changed several hundred years ago. Now it's blasted deserts and dried up seas. Anything that lives here is simply stubborn enough not to die.
That's the most apt description of Thirdborn I've ever heard.
I'm being blessed realistic. Emerald Stair was Toddler Town frolics compared to this. Shatterscarp might not want you dead like Galawain's tusks, but it doesn't particularly care if you live either. What do you need? You too.
Where did you learn to hunt?
Early on, I learned from a warden named Ilinka. After that, I learned a lot from just going out and surviving on my own.
I'll bet you're a natural. You make it look effortless.
If you know what you're doing, it's not really that hard.
Some hunt with their eyes and ears, but you are hunting with your soul.
Not sure I get what you mean.
I believe you were a true hunter in a past life. An apex predator, like a Stelgar. You may not know it, but those instincts are still yours. Lying dormant, like a cat in the tall grass.
Right, that's me. Marius, king of the grasslands.
With a little Animancy, we could awaken your former self. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Oh well. Let me know when you change your mind.
Drink lots of water, or in a few hours you'll feel cannon fire in your head.
Stranded between the Adiran army and a desert of dream thralls. How long till they fix this godforsaken platform?
We took you in when the dream thralls swarmed. We weren't bad company, were we?
That's neither here nor there. I just don't want to get killed. Get them to fix the damned lift, won't you?
show 'em.
Dead village, voices. Feels like one of Giatta's ghost stories.
It's locked. I thought that was obvious. That doesn't bode well. We should find the key in the laboratory.
Stay safe!
You take lead.
His friends are there. Does he remember? Does he remember that it's me?
What have you got there? Some sort of puzzle piece?
Hello. Are you here to grieve someone too? You're lucky. I know far too many buried here. There are so many flowers here. I'm sorry I never learned their names. My brother thought of them as friends, you know? He loved them dearly. I grieve for everyone I've lost, and everyone who has lost someone. But yes, for him especially. He died last month. The Dream Thralls killed him. Killed 3 of his comrades. He absolutely hated fighting. All he wanted to do was be a gardener. If the plague ever ends, I'll grow a garden around his grave. Right now, all I have is this bouquet. I'd bring it to him, but... it's not safe. There are things near his grave. I can't fight them. But you look like you could. Will you go chase them out? Put flowers on his grave in my stead. And maybe tell him I'll grow him a garden one day.
I think I saw a cairn across the lake bed. That must be the place. Remind me not to spook you.
For the wheel.
Next one's mine. You've got better aim than a sharpshooter, Giatta.
Only a dream.
Treacherous weed!
Wait, see you.
You've made this place safe again. Thank you. But you've made it safe for a little while. Maybe even long enough for me to plant seeds. I'll stay for a while. Maybe I'll plant some seeds. Who knows? I hope the flowers bring him cheer, though. It must be so lonely there in the dark, and I don't know. He was my younger brother. He should have outlived me. Now, he's dead, and all I can do is give him flowers. It doesn't seem fair. None of this is fair.
Fair winds and following tides, whoever you are.
Clean kill.
Who just buried in the brush?
That's done? Who's hungry?
Your face! You must be a dream thrall!
Is that any way to start a conversation?
No, no. You're one of them. You... that's not funny. They attacked me, destroyed my goods. You need to get to safety.
We took care of it already. The ones who attacked you are gone.
Thank you. Please, I think I need a moment alone. Then I'll take what's left of my things and go. If you see anything you'd like, it's yours.
Shatterscarp was always rough. It wasn't whatever this is.
What? I still have a few things I can sell. Is there anything you'd like? I have more for sale.
Good evening. You too.
I doubt my... my soul is worth much to an Animancer.
Why would you say that about yourself?
It's just that I'm not what I'd call strong-willed. I'm tense all the time, and just not easy to be around sometimes.
Self-knowledge and inner conflict are signs of a powerful soul. Make no mistake, you have a good one.
Thank you. I needed that.